Jey looked tired. I think he's putting weight on. The pressure of this spot is weighing on him. He just needs to relax. He needs to do some cardio. I don't know how much time he's putting in and how many house shows they're doing.
Salute, wrestling friends. Welcome to the Good Brad Wrestling Channel, also known as Figure 4 TV. Now, today we're going to talk about Kevin Nash, who criticizes Jey Uso's physique. He thinks the pressure is getting to Jey Uso. So, y'all check out the video, intro, and when we get back, we break this thing down. All right, so y'all know Jey Uso is preparing for the biggest match of his life as he's set to challenge WWE World's Heavyweight Champion Gunther at WrestleMania 41, a title shot he earned after his shocking Royal Rumble win. It hasn't been the smoothest ride for Jey, who's been bombarded with plenty of criticism from fans and wrestling critics alike. The latest wrestling legend to share his 2 cents is Kevin Nash, who recently spoke about Jey looking out of shape and tired, something he linked to the rising pressure Uso is facing ahead of the show of shows. Now, guys, we talked about this on this channel. We talked about how Jey, he blows himself up with his entrance. Right now, Jey is an entrance. He's only an entrance. And by the time his music stops, he's already blown up and looking sluggish. So Kevin Nash is a little bit spot on. He's not a little bit. I want to say Kevin Nash is spot on, guys. But in a recent episode of The Click, his podcast, WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash discussed Jey Uso's current condition and performance. Nash observed that Jey appeared fatigued and suggested he might have gained weight, attributing this to the pressures associated with his prominent position in WWE.
Usos looked in the ring.
Jey looked tired. I think he's putting weight on. The pressure of this spot is weighing on him. He just needs to relax. He needs to do some cardio. I don't know how much time he's putting in and how many house shows they're doing.
The grind. Listen, there's genetics too. Rikishi we're talking about, right? So
yeah, you're taking these houses are so electric in Europe, but they get with them anyway. That yeet thing is like jazzercise. If you get too involved in that process, he really has to get in the middle of the ring after they introduce him. I think he has to do like Hogan used to do with a gimmick. He needs to yeet one side, yeet, 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 go to all 4 sides. Don't go to the corners. Don't jump up. Just do it in the middle of the ring and then lock up and do your match. He's got to save his energy and then he can yeet all he wants after he gets a win.
he could do all that after the finish
All
like
of it.
Hogan used to do.
That's the Steve Austin. 10 minutes after the show's over, they're still throwing Steve beers.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right.
And that's where you make that connection with the people.
Right. Let's see what they've got. There are house shows. SmackDown is tomorrow, then house show Saturday in Austria, house show Sunday, and then
Yeah, those are
Raw.
you're in Europe. So
Yeah.
those houses are easy. You ain't got to do much. It's not like Long Island. Get off your ass, let's go. Very few are not televised. If you're blowing up and working Monday, you better get on a stair climber, jump rope, hit a heavy bag, do something, even sets of 50 Hindus. You got to keep your ring shape up because I promise you Gunther's not going to blow up.
Now, the thing about this, guys, is if Kevin Nash is saying this and he's saying this on his podcast, he's best friends with Triple H, head of creative. So in their private conversations, what do you think these guys are talking about? I'm sure Triple H got this information across his desk, and this may be the reason why Triple H scaled back. I mean, along with the fact that Yeet is just not selling merchandise. This might be one of the main reasons why they scaled back on Jey Uso. All right, guys, so sitting down for an interview with Sam Roberts, Jey Uso recently addresses his critics on the Raw Recap podcast with a mix of humility and confidence, acknowledging the scrutiny that comes with his top spot in WWE. He admits that he's often criticized for having a limited move set or being less technical skilled than others. But when you are a larger than life character, Jey is getting there, but he's not that yet. When you're a larger than life character, you don't gotta have no move set. Stone Cold Steve Austin ain't have no move set. Hulk Hogan ain't have no move set. These people is also The Rock don't have, and Cody Rhodes don't have no move set. So knock it off. Knock it off. When you're a larger than life superstar, and that's what WWE deals with. This is why they got the Jade Cargills. You know what I mean? Because you don't need a move set. The creative booking can write for the physique. And that's what Nash is criticizing. He's criticizing your physique. You don't have the physique of a world heavyweight champion, Jay. That's where the criticism comes at. But he emphasized that being at the top just isn't just about moves. It's about connecting with the crowd and delivering when it counts.
Welcome to the Raw Recap, Jey Uso. Jay, you look like $1 million. I appreciate you giving us this time all the way from Glasgow after the night that you've had on Monday Night Raw. But look, man, I've got to ask. All right, 2 weeks ago, we saw you trip up on the dive. This week, we see you slip on the spear. It looked like you were setting up. What's going on, man? Is it 2 bad nights and that's what it is, and sometimes it is what it is? Is it just the idea that you're going to WrestleMania and the amount of pressure that goes with that? Is it the fact that Gunther is the guy that you're looking at? What's going on in your head right now?
Yeah. Long 2 weeks, Zeus. You know what I'm saying? Kind of was embarrassed a lot about that, because it's still part of my craft, right? Still part of my work. Just not tapping in with myself lately, man. A lot of big pressure. But I'm trying to answer the call, Los. I'm trying to step up to the plate like I always do. Just stay focused, man. I did slip up tonight. Pretty sure you saw my brother Jimmy. So now I'm trying to figure it out as the weeks come, and I can't be playing around right now, man, because WrestleMania is right around the corner. I just gotta tighten up.
Yeah, I mean, and before because I want to get into the Usos and the team that we saw, but is part of that pressure? Are you listening to the voices that are all chirping? When you get into the spot that you're in, people start talking, and a lot of people, they're yeeting in the buildings. You go in the buildings, everybody's yeeting. Everybody's wearing the yeet shirts. Yes. Everybody is there to party. But when you get outside the buildings, there's a whole contingent of people online that are wondering if you're in the spot that you should be in, that are wondering if you're going to be able to step up to that spot that we're talking about, the spot that belongs to the person who wins the Royal Rumble, the World Championship match at WrestleMania. Are those voices in your head?
All I know is I'm in a job where I do get critiqued a lot. Gotta have tough skin. Gotta know how to take criticism. At the end of the day, though, I'm human too. I bust my ass to get to this spot. What I'm telling you right now is I'm gonna take it. Doubt me now. Do what you do. Do what I got my fans behind me, Us. I got my brothers, my family behind me, Us. That's all I need right now. That's all I need right now, Us.
Well, you had
But I'm telling you, Us, I'm gonna stop the world twice though. Megan, I'm shocking the world 2 times. I tripped and fall, had a little bit of stumble loose, but you know me, man, I'm gonna catch myself and come right back up, Bruce. That's always been my career. That's me. They saw me come from the bottom, and I'm still trying to eat. I'm still trying to go out there and get it, Bruce. Still trying to prove myself every single week. All right, and that's that.
So Jay made it clear that while many wrestlers may be more polished, they not in his position, and that's saying something. He confidently states that he shakes arenas and is staying at that level. Now that's true. You can't deny that. Jey Uso is definitely a hype man. He a great hype man. He ain't the reason that they might have bought the ticket. But after they buy the ticket, he is definitely gonna be the reason they have a good time. So you can't knock him for that. Responding to those unhappy with the Royal Rumble win, he pointed out the grind he put in behind the scenes, the travel, the physical toll, the weekly commitment, and reminds fans that he's earned his spot. Despite the hate, he's not backing down and promised to shock the world again.
Big Keish, we're gonna wrap this episode up with I gotta get your thoughts on what happened to your boy Jimmy tonight in London. Gunther choked him out in front of Jey, tied Jey up to the ropes.
Okay.
I feel like I know Jey was in it to win it from the beginning. He's had that motivation and that focus, but if for any reason, man, he's going to win WrestleMania, he was just given a reason tonight. I wanted to get your thoughts on what happened tonight in London. Gunther choking out Jimmy and leaving him a bloody heap in front of his brother. Main event, Jey Uso.
Well, you know what? If that don't spark up
right
some type of fire up beneath this match here, because if it wasn't personal, it's damn sure personal now.
Right.
Anytime you leak blood from another man's body, and it has to be personal. And so, you know, I look forward to even more watching this match now, because it's not all about now winning the belt. That's great, but that's not first priority now. If you ask me, and I was in Jay's position, I'm coming with vengeance, Zeus. I'm bringing everything but the kitchen sink. Like, I'm gonna really let you know now, Gunther, that this Zeus here, I was Samoan before I was a professional wrestler. You want to draw blood? You want to draw first blood? Well, let's do this. We can ramble this all night. Jay's coming back for revenge, obviously. I see that. But let's not count out Big Jim. Will he be in the house of WrestleMania? Will he be in the building? Maybe. Or maybe he might just be in the parking lot after the show. Or maybe we'll find Gunther somehow. Win or lose. But this here, you know, after watching Monday and seeing my son's blood, you know, just all over the screen, and seeing Jey being tied up and being helpless to be even get away to help his brother. Get ready. Get ready for, let's not overlook this match here. There's a lot of things going on. Roman, Seth, CM Punk, John Cena, Cody Rhodes. There's a lot going on, right? So let's not forget that I said last week that I felt like the match to watch and the match that was going to steal WrestleMania would be Roman, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. But now, that's what I said last week. I'm not so sure of that now. Because now it's really, really personal. It's not about a belt now. Belt's just a trophy. But the revenge is the payback. And that's my take.
All right, guys. So today's comment question is, do you think Jey Uso needs to get in that gym and work on that cardio? Because I tell you something, when you stand him next to Jimmy, right, then you see all the Jimmy flaws. But when you remove Jimmy from him, you start to see every flaw that Jey got. And it's not looking good. They didn't do Jey any favors when they gave Jimmy that little highlight package, because we all saw, everybody saw that Jimmy is the better Uso. Jimmy is the better Uso. Jimmy has the better promo. Jimmy has the believability. He has that it factor. It's not Jey though, guys, unfortunately. But you guys, let me know how you think. What you think, guys? Put it in the comment section. Like, share, subscribe. Only if you're a wrestling fan. Only if you love wrestling, guys. I'll see y'all later, and thank you.
This is a wreck. He's moving like an uncaged animal.
No lie, he's wild in there.